FTB Film Study is presented by PAM Health, the official rehabilitation partner of Penn State Football. PAM Health provides elite-level inpatient and outpatient physical care at over 70 hospitals across the country. Learn more at pamhealth.com.
Welcome into another For the Bloggy Film Study, the first of the 2025 football season. So we welcome you and thank you for choosing to watch our film breakdowns. It wasn't a perfect performance by Jim Knowles' defense, but I'll tell you one thing. I was reassured by the amount of havoc that his defense created. They got after Nevada's offense. 17 total havoc plays. Now, a havoc play is a sack, a TFL, a pass breakup, or a turnover. And that was something we really lacked last year in Tom Allen's defense. That took a steep decline from what Manny Diaz did to Tom Allen, and now Jim Knowles is getting us back to where we are used to being. So we're going to dive into the tape and show you guys where this defense was really able to generate so many takeaways and punish this Nevada offense on Saturday. If you guys are enjoying the content, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel. Without further ado, let's dive into the tape. You can't have a defense that creates havoc without turnovers, and Penn State had 3 of them on Saturday. All of them coming from big men turnovers, might I add. That is always a great plus. So let's talk about what happened on the Zane Durant interception. So Nevada is trying to do basically a little tight end angle route where he comes in, comes back, and then you get these offensive linemen out to block for him, right? So the number one reason why this did not work is Zane Durant's recognition, right? So he gets up in these passing lanes and makes Purdy double clutch this. You see how he went to throw it? Purdy's even up in the air, but because Zane is right in the passing lane, Purdy doesn't want to throw it. I mean, Zane, he looks like he's guarding an inbound in basketball right here, not letting it get through. So Purdy double clutches it, and then he feels Xavier Gilliam all up in his grill. Purdy says, I don't want to take the sack, so he just gets rid of it, and it ends up right in Zane Durant's lap. Deny, though, listen, brother, I need you to go block for my guy Zane instead of celebrating, but I guess I can't be that mad at you after the day you had. But let's look at it from the sideline view. Watch Zane Durant here. I want you to see how quickly he sniffs out this rat poison. So, number one thing, when a defensive tackle feels that they get upfield too quickly, triggers in their brain, screen. And that's the play recognition from Zane Durant. If you have to have great play recognition to be able to create havoc. So he stops right here and says, I'm not falling for this. I'm not going to come chase you upfield. I'm going to sit right here and wait for this pass. Gives him no option, and Zane Durant is there in the passing lane. Great interception. Wait to be there. And then once again, my man Denai celebrating while the play is going on. But Denai Dennis Sutton had something to celebrate about. I'll tell you what, great havoc plays from Denai all game long. 2 forced fumbles, one of them right here. Bow, punches it out, creating a turnover when Nevada was driving. This was the first drive, if you remember, and this is a momentum changer. So let's talk about what happened on this play that creates havoc. The number one thing that you need is disruption. So look at Xavier Gilliam back here, man. He was working all day long, gets penetration in the backfield. So this running back is trying to run outside zone this way. Completely has to redirect and decide to cut it back. And another thing, we're so gap sound. Xavier Gilliam fights all the way through this play side B gap. Zane Durant's playing this play side A gap. Denai Dennis Sutton says, hey, I have the quarterback. We know that Purdy got us a couple times on pulling the ball, but we figured out, hey, this is my responsibility. I have him. So we are gap sound. Now we have Amari Campbell ready to come in, make this tackle. That's a great sound tackle. Way to wrap up. And now Denai says, all right, my guys got him wrapped up. I'm going to go in and try to punch this ball out. Boom. Punches it out. That is wreaking havoc. That is taking a chance. When you know that your guy's about to go down, let me give him one more little punch, try to get that ball out, and completely change the momentum of the start of this game. Now, here Denai Dennis Sutton is again, revving his engine, just jacking up the tight end, getting in the backfield, once again, creating a ton of havoc on this defense. So let's talk about what happens. I want you to just watch Denai here. I've actually never seen this. He starts to jump. Look at this. Jumps. He loads into this thing, jumps up in the air, and then fires into this tight end. You want to talk about putting paws on someone and strike as a defensive lineman? Hell of a job there from Denai Dennis Sutton. All right, so let's go back for a second, too. Once again, I talked about to create havoc, you have to have play recognition, number one. You have to be gap sound. Where Purdy and the running back are looking, we got right here, defensive tackle, right in the gap, Alonzo Ford, that's taken up. You got Tony Rojas scraping back over the top, so there's no cutback. If Purdy wants to pull this, well, he's going to meet Tony Rojas right here. So everybody is accounted for, and then you got Denai Dennis setting over here. Talk about setting the edge. That is setting the edge. So there is nowhere for this running back to go. And now let's take it to that next level. And once again, Denai comes with that backside hand, punches the ball out, creates a turnover, and wreaks havoc on this Nevada offense. The next piece of creating havoc on defense is winning at the point of attack. And that is winning your one-on-one battle, doing your 111th. And any time that you leave a guy like Denai Dennis Sutton one-on-one, he's going to win that battle at the point of attack. So he knows he's going one-on-one against 65 here. So the first thing I like he does is he flashes this hand out at 65, telling him, hey, we are about to initiate contact. So he what he does is he makes this offensive tackle then settle down and drop this back leg. Now let's watch Denai work a beautiful rip move. This is perfect technique. You see how he hooks this arm right up under the offensive tackle's elbow. So he's got the power angles. Then Denai works. He's got good hip flexion. So now he's got his hips on the angle to the quarterback and then just go hunt. Boom. That is being disruptive. And you look right here. If Purdy was able to get this off, that could be a touchdown. Get it to your running back. He's at least deep into the red zone now, but that is impacting this defense, creating a havoc play and stopping the Nevada offense right in their tracks. All right, next up, here we are. Ty Blanding had himself a little bit of a day at defensive tackle. We are going to need him, and I think he is going to be really impactful. Talk about getting in the backfield. I mean, this is winning at the point of attack in its purest form. So Ty Blanding comes off, just gets two hands into this offensive guard and says, I'm going to show you how strong I am, and just drives him back. This is supposed to be an outside zone going this way. This running back has to fully cut back because Ty Blanding takes his guy almost 5 yards, over 5 yards into the backfield. And then, hey, let's also go ahead and make that tackle. Hell of a play from Ty Blanding. That is wreaking havoc on the Nevada offense. So here's Blanding right here. I want you to see the ball snapped at the 29-yard line. He hits this offensive guard and finishes him at the 24-yard line. So that is 5 yards of penetration into the backfield. This never stood a chance. Ty Blanding was all over it, wreaking havoc, winning at the point of attack.
FTB Film Study is presented by PAM Health, the official rehabilitation partner of Penn State Football. PAM Health provides elite-level inpatient and outpatient physical rehabilitation at over 70 hospitals across the country. We strive to make a meaningful impact in the lives of our patients by facilitating extraordinary outcomes and quality results in a compassionate and caring environment. Learn more at pamhealth.com.
And then it gets really sweet when you win at the point of attack with two different guys and you are a running back. And let me tell you what, if this is what you see in the backfield, you're having nightmares. That is winning at the point of attack, creating havoc and getting in the backfield. Tony Rojas finishes it off for a huge loss for this Nevada offense. So, it's pretty simple. I mean, both of these defensive tackles, Zane Durant just goes ahead and loops outside. And then right over here, Anai White loops inside. And this is just being quicker. Really, Anai White, if you see he put hands on the center, swipes him down, and ducks right under the center. That is great technique. That is being, hey, I'm a little bit lighter, so I need to find a way to win. I'm going to win with my quickness. And now we are both in the backfield. This running back is trying to run outside zone this way. He is cut off by Anai White. You got no chance. Hey, I might want to cut back. Well, no shot over here because this is Zane Durant in the backfield. So you are not only cutting them off play side and backside, but you're not giving him anywhere to go. No room to breathe, and big tackle for loss. That is winning at the point of attack and being relentless. And the last part of being a defense that wreaks havoc is having a great scheme. And they came with a great one against this option defense for Nevada. So let's talk about what happened. We bring nickel blitz here. So Colin Dinkins is coming off of this edge over here, and we are just sound. So Chaz Coleman comes down and is being this force player. He is stopping the puller and coming. I mean, I talk about flying in and just wreaking havoc. So flies in, knocks off that guy, and then we got Dom DeLuca here playing Purdy, making sure if he were to pull it, that we have all of our bases covered. Colin Dinkins able to come in and make a great tackle here. So let's look at it from the end zone view real quick. And what I want you to notice once again is just how we have all of these bases covered. We kind of knew what was coming, so we have both. If this is a pull, we are fully confident that we have that. And Chaz Coleman is flying in, wreaking havoc, knocking off this blocker. Colin Dinkins is able to come in, make a great tackle from that nickel blitzing position, and we got all our bases covered. This is a great scheme from Jim Knowles. All right, so same thing a little bit later on, and that poor running back got killed. Denied Dennis Sutton, let him hear it too, barking at him. So each time there was communication between the defensive end and the linebacker of who had who. So Deny on this play knows, hey, no matter what, I have the running back. I am going to take him. There's not going to be any hesitation about this. I don't care if he has the ball. That's my responsibility. Boom, take him down. And then Tony Rojas has the quarterback here. And you got a ton of help coming backside. Everybody wins their matchup. So this is a great job overall for this Penn State defense. Let's look at it from the sideline view. So you see right away at the snap, Tony knows, hey, I have to replace for Deny and kind of be that edge defender because I know Deny is crashing down in and taking this running back no matter what. So Deny crashes, Tony comes down, sets the edge here, and then is right there to go after Purdy when Purdy decides to pull it. Great job being gap sound, but having a plan. The scheme was ready for a lot of this option offense. All right, now, Jim Knowles. This is something he likes to do. He likes to move his defensive linemen around. He puts Deny in a stand-up 3 technique. 3 technique is basically on the outside shade of the guard. So he says, hey, I'm just going to only bring a 3-man rush here. I'm just bringing 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to let Deny spy Purdy because Purdy hasn't been able to pass, but he's taken off on us. So he lets Deny spy him, and then I want you to watch out here. So we got the scheme, but sometimes when you got talent mixed with scheme, it's great. Chaz Coleman working a beautiful spin move, does a great job stabbing that elbow in and now pressing back vertical, disrupts Purdy, makes him roll outside of the pocket. Chaz Coleman super close to that first career sack. I bet it is coming soon. And now this is why Jim Knowles decided to spy Deny Dennis Sutton. Because if we got in a situation like this where Purdy is trying to then roll out, Deny is able to track him down, get after him, and that's what he's there for. Make that sack. This was the type of day Deny Dennis Sutton was having. Like, someone's got to check that curvature on his back. I hope he's all right, man. Look at looks like an exorcist right there. But let's talk about the coverage real quick. The idea was we can give them a little bit of a cushion. We feel like we could even get home with 3. So you're wreaking havoc. They kind of have this underneath route. But because you get home and you're disrupting Purdy right here, he can't see that. And then once again, Deny is just mirroring him. Whichever way he goes, he's going to mirror him, track him down, and wreak havoc. This was a great scheme from Jim Knowles.